It's Philip from MDF2 1412, and this is our week 2 project video. In this video, we are doing a Twitter user friends collection window. I know that sounds kind of funny, but there you go, there it is. Let's go ahead and launch the application so you can see what it looks like. And here's our app. As we can see, we have all of our tiles laid out. We have the banner image as the main background, plus we have the user tile and their screen name here. If you click on them, it loads them up, and you can see a bigger version of their profile image, their name, as well as their screen name and their banner, and then it loads up a web view down here at the bottom with their ID in it. Click Done, and it loads up just fine. Now, the great thing is if you go offline, it will disable the refresh button here. Let me see if I can show you that. We're going to turn off the Wi-Fi. There you go. The refresh button is now disabled. If I click on one, I can still see my local data, but notice that the web view doesn't load. So I'm still passing all of my data to it, and if I click Done, it doesn't try to refresh from the server because we're currently offline. It still works for things that also don't have a banner image, and it will work for things that don't have a user profile as well. Just put a default profile image in there. Now, if I turn back on the internet here, internet's now back on. It'll take a moment for the notifications to trigger, which will refresh the button and refresh the view. So we do have the ability to handle that as well. Plus, it does handle if there's no Twitter accounts on there, you'll see a message on the screen telling you that it's not there. So there you go. I hope you guys like it. All right, so let's go ahead and just go to the code. Here's the main view layout that we have right here. We have a collection view and a prototype cell. Prototype cell has an image view there. It has a small image view for the icon as well as a label, and then it has a small view covering the lower portion of that so we can have a nice little contrast behind our label as well as the image. And that cell is linked via segue over here to a detail view controller, which has their banner image right here, a larger version of their icon, some text displaying who they are, and a web view. That's really all there is to the application. We're still using the same Twitter API as we were using last week. The only difference is we created a load Twitter friends account. And the other difference is I made the other Twitter calls more generic. So instead of passing a table view or a collection view over to the API, all we're doing is actually passing a root view itself. And on this root view, we can go ahead and cast it to a collection view or a table view based on which feed that we're in. So it makes it really easy. And so we just go ahead and we pull it out. The biggest gotcha that I had is that for the friends, it's not actually pulling an array. No. Even though the very first item on there is an open bracket, no, it is actually pulling a dictionary. It sends a user's dictionary regardless of the number of friends you have. So you have to create an NS dictionary for your friends, and then you can go ahead and reference the user's key and then pull out the individual item individually from there. We do have a custom object here which creates friend name, image, screen name, and background, and we also have init with data which puts all those in there, and it just sets all those up there with a copy just like we learned in class. And inside of the Twitter API, when we come down here, there we go. It's a very simple create from dictionary for this individual friend dictionary, creates a custom object reference to our friend, initializes that friend, and returns it and adds it to an array. Makes it so much easier to use. We then come over here to our view controller and we go down to the bottom, and all we're doing is passing the Twitter handler to our detail view. We're setting up our account information for that detail view, and we're done. That's really all there is to it. So I wish I could give you guys more, but that's really all there was. Probably the hardest thing that I had to deal with was updating my Twitter API to handle table view and different types of UI collection views. So what we did is we just set it as the view, but really that was the most difficult part. So I hope you guys enjoy. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, have a good one.